we bring the geometry into the SketchUp environment very easily once we've got a DXF file. I'll just reset my pointer, and we do that via plugins, free DXF, and just pick up the test DXF file and suck it in. And so here it is, our base information in SketchUp. So it's very easy then to place entities that are going to represent structures. Remember, we have some stepping stones across here. We forgot to lock onto the last of those, but all we're interested in is building a 3D model. We want it to be accurate, and it will be, because we're going to base what we do in SketchUp on that base drawing. So there's our stepping stone there. So we can now pick the push-pull tool, zoom in on it, and drag it up a little. We make it 50 mil proud of that surface that will become a pond. We'll deal with the surface in a little while. You might even at this stage want to get your bucket tool out and pick some sort of material for maybe some sort of stone material for that. So we can use a brushed khaki stone. I'll just move that out of the way. Always zoom right in if you can, and then you'll find it a little easier to pick the surfaces that you want to paint. And I can use the orbit tool and spin around and continue painting by picking the paint bucket button again, orbit again around here, and use the bucket again. So we'll close there. So now let's orbit again over the top, and we can turn this stepping stone, just like we do in gCADPlus, into a block. That can be made into a block, or it's called a component here, and then we just copy it from one place to another. So there's a component window. Here we are, component. So we can create, drag one in from the 3D warehouse, or we can create one in the model and give it a name. There's already one in there. That's the icon that gives you some idea of size. So I can make a model I can make a component in the model of that block and then just copy it across. So I'm sure you don't want me to bore you with watching in detail how this all works, but it's pretty easy to create your 3D model because the geometry is already there. There's the water reel that we can pull up. To do the vegetable plots, let's do one of those. They'll be relatively straightforward to do. We just put a rectangle down. Let's move the component thing out of the way. We just put a rectangle down from one corner to the other, and then another rectangle from there to there. Having done that, that should have split things into various panels. So now we can take the outer zone and pull that up, say 250 for a piece of timber that surrounds the plot, and then you can just bring that up again, maybe to 150, so you've got 100 mil deep of area for your planting. So you can see how easy it is to create that 3D model because all the base geometry is there.